Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I want to talk to you about a couple of things in this video as we had a lot of developments, particularly from Yemen and from Iraq. You have constant resistance when it comes to Gaza and Lebanon, but with the attacks from Iraq particularly and Yemen, they get more sophisticated and more intense, similar to what's happening inside of Palestine. We had a declaration a couple of weeks ago from the Yemeni movement Ansarullah that they entered the fourth phase of their attacks on Israel. They previously had multiple phases. Started off with the Red Sea targeting Israeli-linked ships. Then you obviously had the genocide coalition participating, and then they said we will be introducing new weapons, which they have, until we reach this moment where they are currently attacking ships related to Israel or ships that are directly owned by Israeli businessmen in the Mediterranean. So yesterday they declared that they had 4 attacks, 2 attacks in the Red Sea, 1 in the Arabian Sea and 1 in the Mediterranean Sea. This is coming simultaneously with very intense attacks from the Iraqi resistance. They declared that they launched modified cruise missiles they call Al-Arqab on the northern part of Israel, particularly the port of Haifa, and also the southern part of Israel in Eilat, with at least 3 missiles in total. They are sending a message to Israel because this is coming at the same time where Israel is failing to propose any counter offer to the offer that Hamas already agreed on previously. When we talk about the ceasefire agreement between Hamas and Israel, Israel has been trying to sell the lie that Egypt changed details when it comes to the ceasefire agreement and that Hamas agreed on that. This is something that's being done to avoid responsibility, to avoid taking responsibility from the Israeli side. And they always do that when they feel like the tide is turning against them. The fact of the matter is you have the Hamas movement accepting a ceasefire deal and Israel rejecting a ceasefire deal. And it's not only relating to that deal. There are many other points that show that Israel is the side that isn't interested in a ceasefire. Number one, the fact that Benjamin Netanyahu took all of these steps previously to delay people going to the negotiating delegation going to Qatar and to Egypt. That's number one. Number two, him preventing the head of the Mossad from speaking with the head of the Israeli defense minister. He did that before several times. He also put conditions on the negotiating delegation as soon as they were about to reach an agreement with the Palestinian resistance movements, alongside the fact that the negotiating delegation themselves declared many times that Benjamin Netanyahu is the only obstacle to reach a deal between Israel and Hamas. And that's why you have the masses in Israel in the streets, because the longer Benjamin Netanyahu delays the ceasefire agreement, the more Israelis are killed. Recently we had this declaration, this announcement from Israel, that they managed to find 3 bodies of Israelis in Gaza. At what cost? You had in your own confirmation from what you only acknowledged, and that's a lie. We all know that. Sometimes you have to quadruple and tenfold the amount. But dozens of Israeli soldiers killed in the past 2 weeks ever since they invaded Rafah and the other central camps in Gaza. What does that say? It's false economy. You're going to release bodies of dead Israelis that you killed in Gaza, and at the same time you're killing your own soldiers. What kind of trade is that? And Netanyahu is trying to show as if we're finding people. So you're seeing the results of the military campaign, and we're finding the bodies that Hamas wanted to negotiate to release for other Palestinians from Israel. However, the fact of the matter is more Israelis are being killed to try and get as many bodies as possible, and they're not releasing any more live people. As a matter of fact, what they're doing is killing them and paying the price not only from Gaza and from Lebanon, but from Yemen and Iraq, who are intensifying their attacks, having more substantial attacks against very strategic areas across all of Israel.